Hey folks, good afternoon. Thanks once again for coming out to another episode of Kurt's Corner. A couple of other things that have been a little bit on my mind in the first 2.5 weeks of this Trump presidency. I need to make something, I need to put this out front, that although I am a Democrat, I don't do these videos because I'm a Democrat and all Republicans are bad. I do these videos because I like to know the truth. And what that means is that I may be quote-unquote a liberal, but I'm not gonna lie to make my party look better. For instance, I agree with Republicans. Hillary lied. Okay? Hillary had an email server. I agree with that. What I don't agree with now, since the tide is turned, I don't agree with our so-called president conducting a raid in Yemen that got a Navy SEAL killed. They got 30 civilians killed, including an 8-year-old girl, because he thought he knew more than the generals. Okay, now remember, he promised us he had the secret way to get rid of ISIS. And it doesn't look like that's happening. On top of that, the Republicans would have started and ended 8 different investigations into this Yemen deal had it been Obama or Hillary Clinton, and they have not mentioned it. I'm just saying, if it's going to be one way, it should be the other way. 2, Hillary lied. I get it. Let's go to the income tax thing with Donald Trump. I don't know how anybody on this planet cannot want to see what's in his tax returns. I really don't think it would be that big a deal if he hadn't said, hey, of course, if I'm elected, I will show you my income tax. But he lied. I guess we'll see his income tax when we find out how many people exactly were killed in the Bowling Green massacre. But again, I digress. What I really feel about that is, for the first time in 18 months, 19 months, Kellyanne Conway actually misspoke by mistake. She apologized. I won't mention that anymore. Which brings me to Russia and Iran. Now, what we know as a country is that the Russian government tried to meddle in our election, our democratic process. There is no proof that their meddling changed the outcome one way or the other. I get that. There is no proof. We do know they meddled. We don't know that it actually threw the election. Here's what I do know. I do know that we had an agreement with Iran, and despite what you're hearing on television, Iran has not stepped outside the boundaries of that agreement they made with the United States. Now, we basically, I think we're maybe one step short of declaring war on these people because they test-fired a missile. I guess part of me understands that. I don't agree with Trump, but I understand that. What I don't understand is why he hasn't ordered an investigation into meddling into the election. What I don't understand is why he thinks it's okay for the United States President, I use that term loosely, to admire someone who is an enemy of this country. I don't get it. And all that does is it brings me back to, although Donald Trump may hold the title of President of the United States, Stephen Bannon is the acting President of the United States, because Donald Trump doesn't have the brains, he doesn't have the smarts to do any of the shit that's happening now. Now, as far as a Muslim ban, I guess it's immaterial whether it's a Muslim ban or whether it's not a Muslim ban. And I may be ignorant to some of the facts of politics, but what I do know this is for 18 months, Trump called for a Muslim ban. Okay, I see, or I think I understand what Trump is trying to make American people believe he's doing. But if it was truly a ban, and we're not going to call it a Muslim ban, we're going to call it an extreme vetting ban against people from radical Islamic countries, then he left out about 75 other countries. And this is what's baffling to me. It's baffling that the American people believe his bullshit. Now, not only do the countries that the terrorists come from, they don't have this extreme vetting leveled against them. Not only is that going on now, but now he wants to give mentally ill people the ability to buy guns. Let that sink in. I'm going to take your Social Security, your Medicare, your Medicaid. I am going to deregulate banks. So we can go back to the way we operated in the crash of 2008. This guy wanted to allow coal companies to dump their waste in rivers and streams. And as we speak, he's killing the EPA. And this is what you voted for. And right now, it has nothing to do, nothing whatsoever to do with Hillary or Obama. Trump is fucking batshit crazy. What I'm researching now is Fukushima, because I believe the fallout from the earthquake in Japan and the Fukushima nuclear power plant is soon going to be something Donald Trump is going to have to deal with, since most of that radioactive waste is on our west coast now. So I just want to let you know, I haven't let this go. I'm trying to be fair. I will be back with another episode of Kurt's Corner. Probably dealing with Fukushima tomorrow. Have a good night.